Welcome back to Temporal Directive, the Star Trek fan podcast rewatching the entire franchise in chronological order. I'm Gary.
And I'm Tom.
We are breaching our Temporal Directive and not watching in chronological order to bring you this very special episode. Today we're talking about Star Trek Strange New Worlds Season 2 finale, Hegemony, Part 1. Star Trek, the ultimate franchise. These are the podcasts of the Wakefield brothers. Their 16-year mission to watch every production, to seek out life lessons and new inspirations, to boldly watch like most fans have watched before. Hey Tom, special episode. Woo woo! As everyone knows, the season 3 premiere is coming out next week. And so we wanted to do special bonus episodes each week to discuss the new episodes as they come out. Hopefully we don't have too much other stuff going on and we can actually stay up to date on that. But fingers crossed, that's our plan.
Yeah, let's see if I get sick or not.
Yeah, please don't get sick for at least like 11 weeks.
I'll do my best.
But season 2 ended on a cliffhanger, so the season 3 premiere is going to be a part 2, and we can't start our special episode run on a part 2 without talking about part 1.
Exactly.
So our special episodes are starting right here.
Sweet.
Yeah. Now, when we did the special episodes for Lower Decks as they came out, we did not give an IMDb score because we plan on revisiting them in a decade or so when we get up to that in the chronology.
Yeah.
But because Strange New Worlds is so close to where we are, we're not going to rewatch these episodes when we get to them in the chronology.
Fair enough.
We will be doing IMDb scores for these episodes.
Okay.
So this episode did air some time ago.
It did, yes.
But if you have not seen it, fair warning, we are going to spoil the shit out of all of it.
Yes, we are.
And same will be true for all the next episodes as well. We are probably going to spoil the shit out of all of it.
Yeah.
So please do not listen to this special episode if you have not watched the season 2 finale, because
Yeah, we're just going to tell you everything.
we're going to tell you everything.
Well, maybe not everything, but we're going to tell you a lot.
So this is the season 2 finale. The episode is called Hegemony.
Hegemony.
I think it depends
You
whether
checked it.
I know, but I think it depends whether it's British pronunciation or American.
Oh.
I think the British say hegemony and the Americans say hegemony. Yeah. So
Right. Okay. So
we're Australian, so who the fuck cares?
So whatever comes out is just how we say it.
Exactly.
G'day, mate. Hegemony it is.
Hegemony. Right up his kalaka. See man when the Gorn
I was
hunter.
about to say, that's the Gorn, right?
I'm going to sneak up behind him and put my thumb right up his kalaka. Fucking hell. Duh. This episode was written by Henry Alonso Myers, directed by Martha Varillo. Did that sound confident enough?
Oh, great. So someone...
I'm sorry, person. But they also directed season 1's Children of the Comet,
Okay.
as well as a couple of episodes of Discovery and Picard.
Right.
This episode, part 1,
Yeah.
aired August the 10th, 2023.
Fucking Jesus. No wonder I had
2
to,
fucking years.
I hate modern TV. I really do.
This is not modern TV's fault. This is because there was a writer's strike and
Still.
Yeah, okay.
Still, even if it's not modern TV's fault, this is still the format of modern TV, right? Bring out a good show, have it on air, then not show anything for like a year and a half.
Well, sometimes, yeah.
Yeah.
Stranger Things is another example of that,
Stranger
I guess.
Things is ridiculous.
Yeah.
Like, what are we, year 3 now or something?
Something like that. But it is coming out at Christmas time.
Yes, which I'm very excited about.
Anyway, sorry, I'm getting distracted by other
Yeah.
things.
Yeah.
Like, that's not like us at all.
No, we wouldn't do a thing like that.
So, yes, it's been a very long wait for part 2. So, I'm looking forward to the next
Absolutely.
week when it comes out. The IMDb synopsis for this episode reads: when the Enterprise investigates an attack on a colony at the edge of Federation space, Captain Pike and the crew face a return of a formidable enemy. Bum, bum, bum. All right. Well, it's been a while since I watched it. So let's go watch it.
Radio.
And we're back from watching Hegemony. Admiral April said it and I still didn't remember.
Me either.
But yeah. All right. What do you think, Tom?
I like it, but I just like it's good. The Gorn especially, I really like how they've done the Gorn in this.
Oh.
Yeah, I know. It's
I don't know if
surprising.
I was expecting that.
Yeah, I didn't think you would. Especially when Gorn used to be the guy in a suit.
Who like slow-mo
Yeah.
walked around like he was a fucking
Barely be able to do anything.
marshmallow man.
And for me, of all people, to
You don't
say
like
that,
retconning?
'cause, no, I don't like when they change aliens to a degree that is so different. But I almost think that like the Gorn needed to be something other than what it was, if that makes sense.
Well, if you're going to make them a legitimate threat, they have to be more than a lizard guy in a suit.
Exactly. Like, they needed...
He wasn't scary.
No, that's right.
Maybe he was in the 60s, but...
Yeah, but they needed to be something like this, really. Like, of all the alien species, this is probably the only one that I actually agree that this needed to be changed. Every other one, I'm like, just leave the fuckers alone. They already exist as a thing, whereas the Gorn didn't have much of a species, what we knew about them much anyway, so you can sort of do a lot with them. So I really like them. I think they're great. And, like, they're scary. I like it.
Well, you're saying that from a place where you haven't seen the Gorn in anything other than the original series, because you haven't seen them on Enterprise yet.
They're on Enterprise.
Yes. Yes.
Well, there you go.
This is what happens when we watch things out of chronological order.
Yes, it is.
This is why we have a temporal directive.
Yes.
So you don't get glimpses of the future in your timeline.
Are they similar to this in the Enterprise series?
They are a little bit, actually.
Oh, good.
The CG is much worse.
Yes, I could imagine that for sure. Yeah.
Yeah. All right. Well, good. I just love this show.
Yeah,
Like, this show
the
is
people,
It
the
is
stuff.
pretty as well.
Yes.
Like the whole design of it is a fantastic homage to the 60s
Absolutely.
retro sets, but still maintaining a futuristic vibe. I just really like this show. I love the cast.
The cast is amazing.
I love everything about it.
Me
I'm
too.
sad
Like,
that it's finishing.
I was saying it. I was like, it's the same. It's just such good Star Trek. Like, everything about it on every layer is really good.
Well, maybe not every episode.
Not every episode, but every layer is good. Like
Yeah. You can tell they care. They're trying to do proper Star Trek.
That's right. Yeah, it's really, really good. And it makes me not like Enterprise more.
Yeah, the next 10 weeks is going to be tough watching both.
Yeah, watching good Trek and Enterprise.
Yeah, that could be a challenge. It did occur to me that we should probably maybe talk about where we're at in the story, because Strange New Worlds is still episodic, but there's still some character through lines that go through the narrative. So Captain Pike at this point has sort of had a bit of a
flash of what's happening.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was going to talk about his relationship with Captain Patel.
Yeah.
Because she's in this episode. And so, Captain Pike has this relationship with Captain Patel. Things are kind of have been strained, and they're trying to like make things good. But he's quite a reserved person because he knows his future is not going to be great. So I think he's kind of apprehensive about attachments.
Yeah.
Spock and Chapel at this point have sort of had a bit of a fling and then kind of separated, and there's kind of this bit of an awkward tension, I guess, between the two of them. And then she's left the Enterprise. She got a fellowship with Dr. Corby before this episode, so we'll talk about this when we get to it in the chronology, but she's not on board the Enterprise at this particular moment. And I think that's kind of the only things that really get picked up on in this episode at this point anyway.
Yeah, pretty much. I'm pretty sure they're the only things that really...
We've seen the Gorn a couple of times.
Yeah.
Lan.
And the Gorn...
Lan has had some issues with the Gorn before. She's in the previous episodes, she's talked about escaping a breeding planet when she was young and her brother passed away trying to escape.
Yeah.
Or helping her escape. I don't remember.
Sort of helping her escape, I think. Sacrificed himself or something. Is that right?
I think so.
Yeah.
But again,
it's been a while.
It's been a while since I've watched it too, and I haven't watched it as much as I've watched all the old Trek.
Yeah, that's
so
it.
It's not as ingrained in me.
Yeah.
And this is out of chronology, so we're just trying to pick up the threads. But yeah. Anyway, we'll see what else comes up. But I've made notes.
Yeah.
So let's get into the episode, shall we?
Yeah.
Okay. Before we get into it, two things. I didn't know what hegemony or hegemony. I didn't know what it meant. Do you know what it means?
The word?
Yes.
No.
I looked it up. I Googled it.
Sure. Okay.
It means the dominance of one group over another and implies a position of power and control exerted by one entity over others. An example of political hegemony is a country's influence over international affairs.
Yeah.
And cultural hegemony would be the spread of a particular ideology or set of ideas or values over a group of people.
Yeah.
Like the Catholic Church.
I was going to say it first, you bastard.
Yeah. And the first thing we get is a montage of shots on a colony planet, Parnassus Beta.
Yeah.
And they say that it's styled on the old classic American Midwest. Convenient.
Yeah. How appropriate.
But the town that they actually filmed that in was actually not in the American Midwest. It's in Pickering, Ontario, in Canada, which is also where they filmed the 2017 It movie. So this town has Pennywise and Gorn. I am not going to Pickering. Stay out of Pickering, people.
Not a great place to be. Jesus. Where are you going on vacation? Well, I might go to Pickering. Won't see you again. Fucking Jesus. It's funny how a Canadian village is like the epitome of American, dream, essentially, isn't it? Like the American all-town or all-American town.
Well, old school, all-American town.
Yeah.
All right. As we were saying, we open on a montage of shots from the Parnassus Beta colony, and it is styled on the American Midwest in the old days. We have a captain's log from Captain Battelle of the USS Cayuga, and she is on the planet helping the colonists stabilize crops, vaccinating people, and just trying to get them into the Federation, this colony into the Federation.
Yeah.
But she says that the colonists are worried that the Federation membership will not just protect them, but will also make them a target to attack from the Federation's enemies, when really they've been pretty neutral and peaceful. So they're a bit worried about that.
Fair enough too.
I think so. Yeah. Nurse Chapel is with Battelle on the planet doing all the vaccinations and helping out. She's there early to meet Dr. Corby, who's not scheduled to arrive for a while, but they have a bit of a chat, nothing too exciting, and then Nurse Chapel beams up to the ship. Battelle gets a call from Captain Pike where she fills him in on the fear of the colonists and what she's doing and whatever, and they have a bit of a
flirty conversation.
Yeah. He says he misses her, and
Yeah.
She's like, oh, make a note of the date. Oh, is that so hard? Oh. But the call cuts off.
Yeah.
Patel turns to someone else and says, what the fuck? I was talking to my beau. But he tries to call the ship and can't, and then they see a shuttle falling damaged out of the sky and crashes behind some houses. And then there's a big Independence Day style shadow comes over the crowd, or comes over the village square.
Yeah.
And then we see this huge ship entering the area. Again, very Independence Day.
It was great, though.
Yeah, it was really cool.
It looked awesome.
Looked better than Independence Day, let's be honest.
Wow. I mean, Independence Day was what, the 90s?
Yeah, it would have been. I was in high school.
Yeah. It was still a fucking good movie, though. I'm going to watch that when I get home.
It was 8.
Speaking of the 90s.
So someone starts ringing the warning bells and people start running away and there's a bit of panic. The music gets super dramatic and loud and Patel looks up at the sky worried. Then we cut to the Enterprise.
Yeah.
And they receive a hail from Patel, who's sent out an SOS, Mayday. She's saying that she needs immediate help. They're under attack by the Gorn. Everyone on the ship, I think, shat themselves.
Yeah, pretty much. Fucking hell. It's like, oh, shit.
I think the camera went to every single crew member on the bridge and they all were like, fuck.
Yeah.
Fuck, I should have taken those vacation days.
Yeah. Captain, I'm retiring right now.
I'm tending my resignation.
Yeah.
I'm done. Get me out of here. I'm taking a shuttle and I'm getting out.
Yeah, if you don't want me to take a shuttle, I'm taking an escape pod. Either way, I'm gone.
Pike sets course and hails Admiral April into his ready room. We follow him in. April says that they're at a dangerous point in their relationship with the Gorn. Apparently they've been amassing ships or something at the border.
Yeah.
And that this incident is technically outside Federation space because that colony is not part of Federation space. They haven't joined yet. So Starfleet doesn't want to start a war.
Huh.
So Pike says that the Gorn attacked us. And April says,
Nah.
No, they didn't, girl.
That's it. And they're not us. They're just some
They
random
attacked
colony.
some random colony outside of our jurisdiction, and we still want to know why, but we do not want to start a war.
Yeah. So, sort of fair enough.
Well, he says that there's a lot about the Gorn we don't understand yet, and Pike says, well, there's not a lot to understand. They're monsters.
Yeah.
Which is very not Starfleet.
No.
But April says his response is much more Starfleet.
Yeah.
Monster is a word to describe those who don't understand us. And Pike says sometimes a monster is just a monster. Okay.
Thanks, Pike.
Not very Pike-like, really.
No.
But he has had some pretty
close
close encounters with these people.
The Gorn was pretty rough last time you come across them. So.
It's very much... I mean, the first time we saw them on Strange New Worlds, it was very much like an alien homage. So it was like having xenomorphs. So they are very much monster-like, aren't
Absolutely.
they?
And fuck, that was a good episode.
Yeah, it was.
I loved that. That was so good.
April says that the mission is reconnaissance only. Be careful, do not start a war, just see what's going on. The Enterprise arrives. Pike goes back to the bridge. They find a massive debris field, and the Cayuga is destroyed. It is
gone.
Wrecked.
It's just a whole lot of rubble.
And then we didn't skip the credits because the credits are cool. Because no one's singing.
No, that's exactly right. And it's really that old style sort of credit too, isn't it? Like, it's good.
Yeah, we even get the captain's...
Yeah.
Is it the captain's oath? Is that what they called it in the Kelvin universe?
So. Yeah.
Yeah. We come back from the credits with a shot of the destroyed saucer section of the Cayuga. Everyone on the bridge looks upset, deflated, scared.
Yeah, scared's a good one. They're all very wide-eyed.
Yeah. And all of their sensors, their comms, the transporter, everything is offline.
Yeah.
Lan says that Gorn have a like jamming device that just basically
Cuts
if they're
everyone
going to
off.
invade something, they drop it, and then no one can ask for help, and they're fucked. Everyone's fucked.
Would have been nice to have known that before entering the system.
Well, yeah, it would have been good.
Like, or at least the idea of that might be happening, so that we could drop a buoy before we got here or something. Like
Something.
anything. But thanks for telling us now.
Yep. Yep. I mean, it's a good idea if you're going to invade something, right?
it's
Cut off all
great.
communications.
Yeah, that's exactly right. It's perfect.
Gorn are smart. They look for
Yeah.
things. Pike is pretty calm. He focuses on the job.
Yeah.
He's like, right, we need to get to the surface. What are we doing? How are we doing this? What are we doing? How? Do it. Do it. Do it. Do it.
You guys come
Punch
up with
it.
something. I'm here.
He says that Batal and some others would have been on the surface, so her and the crew, and there would have been colonists, there would be survivors. So we need to start looking for that. They talk about how they can do that without sensors.
Yeah, the
and I think it's
lights.
Uhura who says, let's look for visual observations.
Yeah.
Like they would have been trying to send us a message visually if they know that they can't get a message through.
Yeah,
through
other
the comms.
signals and stuff.
Yeah. Then a Gorn warrior ship appears out of warp. Everyone's tension goes up. Uhura gets a signal from Starfleet. Apparently they've received a message from the Gorn, and it's just a map with a demarcation line separating Parnassus and the Gorn forces on one side and Starfleet on the other. The Enterprise on the other, basically.
Yeah.
And Starfleet has ordered Pike and the Enterprise to stay on their side of that line.
Yep.
So fucked. They're fucked. Yep. So Pike's response is to call all of his senior staff into his ready room for a meeting. We need to talk this out.
Yeah, got to do something. Can't just sit around.
Nope. We go into that meeting with them. Pike says that we're holding our side of the line as ordered, and the Gorn are too, but I don't plan on leaving the survivors alone. Like, we need to get them. How? What are we going to do?
Yeah.
Una's like, you want to cross the line. I was like, is that a metaphor? Or?
Thanks for stating the obvious, number one.
He says he's going to go alone unless anyone wants to volunteer. They can't order anyone to break the orders.
Yeah.
So he'll go alone if he has to. Spock is the first one to volunteer because he wants to see Chapel. He wants to see if he can find Chapel.
His emotions are running wild.
Craziness. He was just so emotional.
He was.
I'm surprised he didn't apologize for the outburst.
Yeah, I know. He was pretty like, whoa.
But then the whole crew basically volunteer, and then Una speaks on behalf of everyone else on the ship and says, I'm sure we'll all agree.
Yeah.
Like,
Even the plasma scrubber's going, excuse fucking me?
do you want to check with the lower deckers? They might not agree.
I'm just a waste disposal guy. I'm quite happy to go fucking home.
But everyone rallies. Everyone's like, yep, let's do it. And even Sam Kirk comes in and says, I want to kill these fuckers. Lon says, it's all well and good you want to kill everyone, but, last time we met them, the phasers didn't exactly do much, so maybe we need to think about something more cautious. And then Pike has a special box beamed in, which Ortegas calls break in case of Gorn, which is pretty much exactly what it is, because inside are better weapons, better settings for the sensors and shit, so that they can actually detect Gorn life signs and whatever else.
And a freezer bomb thing,
a freezer grenade, Yep.
A static bomb, whatever. Yeah.
Back on the bridge, Una, Pike, and Ortegas are trying to plot a course to decide how to get a shuttle through the debris field to hopefully avoid being detected by the Gorn. It's Ortegas' idea that we need to make the shuttle look like debris so that we just sort of,
float
blend
past
in and then
with the debris, because the Gorn don't give a shit about the debris that's reaching from us all the way to the planet, basically.
Absolutely. Yep.
Which is such a good idea.
Yes.
And convenient.
Very convenient. But they make it work. They say that's a good idea, so that's the plan. Then we see a shot of the shuttle going through the debris. On the shuttle is Pike, Ortegas, Lan, Mbenga, and Sam Kirk. Mm-hmm. And then on the bridge, they're watching the shuttle go through and making sure everything's okay. And Spock says that the Gorn haven't detected the shuttle, they don't seem to give a fuck. And Uhura refers to the maneuver as an old zombie movie trick, which Spock has no idea what the fuck they're talking about. So Una kind of explains that, and he says he's going to add zombie movies to his to his research. I wonder what Spock would think of horror movies.
I don't know. It's a good one though.
Yeah.
Well, you'd probably like them.
I don't know. They monitor the shuttle until it hits the atmosphere, and then they're out of range. They can't monitor it anymore. They're within the jamming signal.
Yeah.
Back on the shuttle, we see it entering the atmosphere. There's debris falling off the outside. They're falling, then they're spinning, and they're thrown back into their chairs. They're not having a great time. Ortega says she's got this under control.
Yeah, it's all good.
All good. I've done this a million times when we were at war. So she wants to wait till they get really close to the surface so that they can avoid the sensors. So she does that and drops just under the tree line, and then it bumps back up. Just, pretty traditional shot, but still cool.
Yeah.
Pike tells Ortegas that she was born for this.
Yeah. She's like, wait, you're a test pilot?
Yeah. Yeah.
He's like,
was.
Yeah.
And then the shuttle flies off. We go back to the Enterprise bridge. Spock is trying to scan for life signs on the Cayuga. And Una and Spock have a little chat here about trying to keep hope. Spock is saying that he hopes Nurse Chapel is still alive because he wants to apologise for how things were left. Because apparently they had a bit of a fight the last time they saw each other. And he doesn't want to leave it like that.
Fair enough.
And then Una tries to comfort Spock. Like, this is not very Vulcan, is it?
No. That's what I meant by he's very emotional this episode. Yeah. He's very emotional.
For a Vulcan.
Yeah.
Spock says that there is some isolated areas with atmosphere or oxygen or life support or whatever inside the saucer section. So he's hoping that once it spins around to a certain point, he can scan a targeted scan towards where sickbay should be so that he can see if there's any life signs in there.
Yeah. But
the saucer section rotates, and where sickbay should be is completely gone.
Yeah.
Sickbay is not there anymore.
Yep.
So Spock looks a little shaken, and Una puts her hand on his shoulder to try to comfort him. And then we cut back to the colony. On the surface, there is darkness and fire, and damage and shit everywhere.
Post-apocalyptic crap everywhere.
Yep. And there's a big green glowy thing.
Yes. Zombie vibes all the way through.
Lan says that she's seen this big green glowy thing before. That looks like a big, huge beacon, but that's obviously what's sending the dampening field up. Yeah. They determine that there's no Gorn in the area, so they keep moving through. As they're walking through, they detect a Gorn life sign heading their way, but by the size of it, it's probably a youngling. So they hide, and they wait for it, and then they shoot it.
Yeah.
And then they keep looking around.
Yeah.
Lan's surprised that the weapons work. She's like, oh, that actually killed it.
Oh.
But then their tricorders go off because there's dozens of Gorn almost about to hit them.
Yeah.
There's a wave of them coming in.
Yeah.
So they head into a shop. I think it was a barber shop.
Yeah.
And barricade the doors and everything.
A wave of Gorn coming? Yeah.
Yeah, well,
you'd be running pretty far.
Would be
just
hiding
barricading
somewhere. Yep. And so they're looking through the windows as a bunch of raptors, Gorn, go through the wreckage. One of them finds the dead Gorn and starts to eat it. And then another one comes up to try to get some too, and it fights it off and whatever else. They're just,
delicious.
Delicious. Cannibalizing Gorn. Yum, 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 yum. We cut back to the Enterprise. Pelia is in the corridor doing some repairs, and Uhura comes up and says, I need your help with some comm stuff. It's a crazy idea, but then they walk off. It was a really quick little scene.
It was.
So we go back to the colony. They're still hiding in the barbershop. Lan says she doesn't understand why the younglings are working together. They should be fighting each other for dominance, and that's a big change in their behavior. Pike says that maybe there's some things about the Gorn we don't know, and maybe instead of fighting them, we should try to reach them. He seems like really hesitant when he says that, so I don't think he's real convinced. I think he might be trying to convince himself.
Yeah, that's it. Like, I am a Starfleet officer. That's how I should be thinking, right?
Yeah. And then he says that hope is a choice.
Jeez, I wonder what the lesson is here.
I'm taking hope as a choice as our Instagram quote for this episode. But yeah, he says hope is a choice, and Lan says that she's heard him say that one before.
Yeah.
And he says that
he just needed to hear it himself.
He needed to hear it himself to himself. Yeah, it's why they're on the planet, is to try to keep that hope alive.
Yeah.
And Lan says that Patel is tough. If she can handle you, she can handle the Gorn. Just as Ortega, who's been keeping watch, says that all the Gorn have moved on. So Sam says he's getting some human signals from just down the street on his tricorder. And so we cut to them walking through some different areas to try to get to the human signals. As they go into this new room, there's like blood splatter. There's like blood shit hanging from the ceiling. It's a bit gory. Debris still everywhere. And they're moving through to find the signal, but there's no one there. Sam traces it to like a box, like a big fucking Bluetooth speaker under the table. And he says that the signal's coming from this and holds it up just as a force field appears behind them and locks them inside this room.
Yep.
Then a Starfleet officer comes out of a door on the other side of this force field saying, "You're not Gorn." Like, what? He said he rigged the box to send out false life signs so that the Gorn would come in and he could trap them. Then he drops the force field and introduces himself as Montgomery Scott.
Yay!
Yay, Scotty! Woo! He says he was on a different ship that was overwhelmed and destroyed by the Gorn, and he escaped by jury-rigging a shuttle. Pike asks if he knows if any of the Cayuga crew survived. Before he can answer, we cut as he's leading them into an area where all the survivors are, including Captain Patel, who hugs Captain Pike and then calls Captain Pike an idiot.
Yeah, which is fair enough. Yeah, that's it.
Yeah, she was like, "You shouldn't have come."
Now you're just in danger.
Now I'm just going to worry about you, basically.
Yeah.
And he's like, "It's not your call, bitch."
Yeah, that's it. You called for help. I'm fucking here.
Yeah, what did you expect?
Yeah, that's right. If you didn't want anyone to come and be in danger, why call for fucking help?
Yep.
Should have just said, "Everybody stay the fuck away. I'm going to get killed by the Gorn."
Exactly.
Just letting you know, bitches.
Exactly. She says, "So what are we going to do then? Like what?" Like he says, "I have a shuttle." She says, "Not everyone's going to fit on a fucking shuttle." And he says, "Well, at least we'll save some lives." She's like, "That's not good enough."
Oh wow! No, well, there is no pleasing you then.
This is rough. But he says, "What about Scotty? He managed to avoid Gorn detection, so let's talk to him." So he uses some crayons to explain how he got out of the Stardiver ship. Stardriver
sounds more like it.
I don't know. Anyway, his ship.
Yeah.
They were studying some CMEs, which were like big solar flares that were bombarding this system, and the Gorn arrived like a swarm to the light, which is what Sam Kirk says, is that maybe they have a swarm and consume response to certain frequencies of light. Like some environmental factors can do to locusts on Earth.
Yeah.
So Scotty says he created a Gorn transponder out of different parts that he found.
Such a Scotty thing.
Yeah. So that his shuttle appeared on the Gorn scanners as a Gorn ship, but he doesn't have the parts he needs to do that again. So he can't do that again. Cut to Mbenga scanning some injured colonists, and Ortegas offers to help. They have a brief, nice conversation about missing Nurse Chapel and hoping that she's okay. They found out that she did beam back to the ship, but, so it's not looking good. So they just sort of talk about Nurse Chapel for a moment. but they don't have much time to reflect or grieve or anything because they've got Gorn.
Yeah, that's it.
We cut back to the Enterprise, and Spock detects 2 more Gorn hunter ships have entered the system. Great. Just what they need.
Yeah.
And Uhura and Pelia arrive and have triangulated where the jamming frequency is coming from. And they have a chat about how to destroy it without firing weapons, because that will start the war that they're trying to avoid.
Yeah.
After some discussion, they decide that sending the Cayuga's
Saucer
section through the atmosphere to crash into where the jamming signal is coming from would work.
Yeah.
But they need to install a couple of little rockets to be able to maneuver it into the right spot.
Which is such a good idea again.
Another good idea, yeah, absolutely.
Make it look like falling debris.
And Spock says that no human can do this, only I can do this. I must do this.
Which is a load of crap.
Yeah, it didn't look that complicated.
No, it's just going over there and putting a couple of rockets on the ship.
Yeah, exactly. But anyway, so he says he's going to do it.
Yeah.
Fine,
sure.
whatever.
Yes, you are superior Vulcan, you.
He's so smart, so clever. We cut back to the colony diner where everyone's holed up and everyone's having a bit of a nap in their booths and on the floor. And Pike, I think it was fake sleeping.
Yeah.
And he tries to sneak out, but Batel stops him. And he says that he was going to Scotty's shuttle to retrieve that transponder because they want to hopefully be able to use it on the other shuttle. Batel insists on coming along. You're not going by yourself. And they have this sweet little moment where they're all sweetheart eyes and loving each other. And that gets really interrupted because Scotty's eavesdropping. He's like, it's not my fault you decided to have a private conversation right next to my sleeping area.
That's it. Exactly.
But he says, you'll never get it out without my help, so I'm coming along too.
Yep.
We cut to the debris field, the destroyed saucer section. The effect of this looks very cool. This
awesome,
is looks very good. But the camera starts to zoom in, and then we cut to inside, and there's bodies and wreckage everywhere. And then we close in on Nurse Chapel, who wakes up in the corridor.
Yep.
There is life support warnings going off. Chapel gets up and restores power in that area, and there'll be life support for 1 hour.
Yeah.
She's like, okay, an hour. I can work with that.
Yeah.
Then she notices Enterprise out the window. So she looks out the window and tries to flash a torch.
Yeah, which is so dumb.
For a smart woman, that's pretty thick.
SOS towards a fucking
like,
ship.
what?
It's like, fuck off.
Yeah, that's pretty silly.
I'm sure there's someone sitting at like the equivalent of 10 forward on the Enterprise going...
With binoculars.
Yeah, well, that's right. Looking out the window going, oh, is that an SOS? Oh, shit.
It was a pretty silly move. Anyway.
Now, it would have come in handy at the very moment that coming up where Spock floats past.
Yes.
That would have been perfect.
Yes, exactly.
But of course, a torch from the future apparently doesn't fucking work anyway.
No.
No.
She ran out of double A's.
Yeah, that's right. The battery's flat. It hasn't been worked. It hasn't been used in like fucking 5 years, and it's good on the ship.
Good to know that in the future we still have torches with battery problems.
Yeah, that won't work. That's ridiculous.
But yeah, so this is where we see Spock flying in his little spacesuit over to the saucer section. He lands with his little box of rockets, and he puts the first one on, and then he floats off to the second position, and he floats right past Nurse Chapel's window. Yeah. She's like banging, because that will help.
Because no torch.
Of course he doesn't notice, because why would he?
Yeah.
So she heads to like a spacesuit and like opens the hatch.
Yeah. So she didn't just put that suit on in the first place and go out the door and like head towards the Enterprise. Like, would that not be what you'd do? That's what I'd do.
Well, she didn't really have time to think about it yet. She looked at the Enterprise, she saw Spock, and now she went to get a suit. She restored life support to make sure she wouldn't die.
Fair.
Looked out window. There's the Enterprise. Oh, damn torch. Oh, there's Spock. I better get a suit. It's all happened pretty quick, Tom.
All right. I'll give you.
Will you allow it?
I shall allow this.
But we cut down to the planet. Pike, Battelle, and Scotty are entering the wrecked shuttle, Scotty's wrecked shuttle. Pike and Scotty go to work on the device. He asks Battelle to look for a welder that he left over on the other side of the shuttle. There's a noise and some stuff moves, and then there's a little Gorn.
Yeah.
Little Gorn.
Very little Gorn.
Who appears and growls at them all.
Yeah.
Then we cut back to Chapel on the Cayuga. She's now suited up. She's walking through the corridor, and she hears the computer saying something.
Access denied.
Something. Yep, access denied, I think. She assumes that it's Spock trying to get in for some reason, and walks towards it. It's actually a Gorn trying to access the bridge, I assume.
Yeah.
So she sort of backs off a little bit and hides just as he turns around. So I think she avoided being spotted. But we cut back to Scotty's shuttle. The little Gorn is up on the console. It looks like it's going to go for Pike. Battelle gets in between Pike and the Gorn. The Gorn like jumps at her and gets right up in her face, like real close.
Yeah.
And then the Gorn growls, and then it runs away.
Yeah.
It runs out of the shuttle and goes away.
Yeah.
Pike is like, what the fuck just happened? And she says, I guess we just got lucky.
Yeah, sure.
That's how the Gorn work.
Yeah. Yeah, they flip a coin and go, no, I'm not going to attack this one.
No, exactly. Ridiculous. Battelle tells Scotty to get back to work and let's just do what we're here to do.
Yeah.
Then we cut back to Spock.
Sure.
Cut.
Yeah.
We've got a lot of cuts.
Oh, yeah.
You know, build that tension across all the different areas.
Yep, that's it.
So we cut back to Spock, who's placing the second rocket on the ruins of the bridge.
Yep.
So he's inside the bridge. The view screen is all smashed in. So where the view screen should be, it's just an open area into space.
Yep.
He puts the rocket in, and they start to maneuver the saucer section because the two rockets are in place now. But then we hear Gorn noises, and a Gorn tail descends behind Spock. And then the head drops down a little bit, and Spock's noticed the sound in space.
Yeah, and the reflection. The reflection on the glass.
Maybe
is what
I
he
was
was noticing.
maybe I was writing then.
Yeah, because he was looking at the reflection on the control panel.
Okay, well I must have been taking my notes then.
Yeah, because he was
all I heard was the sound, and then Spock was grabbing his gun. I was like, how did he hear that?
How did he hear that? Yeah, no. He was looking at the control panel's reflection.
I don't know how the camera heard that.
Yeah. That's it. How did we hear that? Hang on a minute.
But Spock grabs his phaser and turns to shoot the Gorn, but the Gorn knocks it out of his hand before he can do anything. And it floats very slowly
Very
away.
slowly.
Very
Mustn't
slowly.
have been a very big hit from
Mustn't
the
have
Gorn.
been. And we see Chapel walking onto the bridge.
Yeah, which totally distracts Spock.
Yeah. So they have an anti-grav fight.
Yeah.
And the big-ass Gorn looks like he's going to smash Spock's head in.
Yeah.
Chapel goes for the floating gun.
Yeah.
She finally reaches it, and she turns and shoots. And then Spock grabs some piece of the railing and rams it through the Gorn's helmet. He slowly dies and floats off into space through the view screen hole.
Yeah. Do you reckon they'd do that kind of death for a person in the show?
Why not?
I don't know. It's just I know they've got like what do they call it? Like ratings and stuff. They don't like doing certain things.
But it's okay to torture reptiles.
Yeah, that's what I mean. Like, like they kind of, it's okay. He's not human. We can get away with it. Whereas, like, if it was a person, they might not do deaths like that.
I don't know. Maybe they wouldn't.
Yeah, fair enough. Just a thought. That was all.
We cut back to Battelle and Pike. He's like, "Just talk to me.
Yeah, be
talk
honest.
to me. Why did the Gorn run away? Why?" And she says, "I don't know, Chris. I don't know." He says, "Trust me with the truth. Trust me with the truth." Very melodramatic. They did it much better than I just reenacted it, just saying.
It just felt like one of those, what do they call it? The Spanish soap operas.
Telenovela.
That's it. That just felt like a telenovela. Just tell me the truth.
Why don't you trust me with the truth, Maria?
I'm pregnant from a Gorn. It's not my fault, okay? It's not my fault.
You weren't here. You wouldn't know. You wouldn't know what it was like. She pulls up her sleeve and she's been infected, implanted, impregnated, whatever the word is, with Gorn eggs in her arm.
Implanted's the word.
All right. Yeah. She says they take about a day and a half to mature, and this happened yesterday, so tomorrow we're all fucked.
Yeah. Tomorrow you're going to be a stepdad.
We cut back to Spock and Chapel. They're reuniting. They fly out of the top of the bridge just as the saucer section starts to enter the atmosphere. It's very cool.
Yeah, it was awesome.
It's very, very cool shot. They start to hold hands and they watch the saucer section go through the atmosphere towards the planet.
Start to burn up.
So romantic. Back to Batel, and she says she can't go with them. She can't endanger his crew or the survivors of the colony. She needs to be like Hema, which was a callback to an earlier episode, and sacrifice herself to make sure that everyone else is safe. So her plan is to use Scotty's device on the shuttle that they have, fly it straight into the jamming signal so that everyone can beam up.
Yep.
Good plan.
Yeah, it's a great plan.
But Pike wants to save her. He doesn't want to give up hope on her.
Bloody heroes.
Scotty says, I hate to interrupt, but you might want to hang on to something.
Yeah. I know, it's that moment of like, because they were caught in the other room as well, wasn't it?
Yeah.
It's like, I'm here again. Don't forget about me.
But they all look out the window and we see the saucer section coming and crashing through the big
Green
beacony
tower.
green towery thing.
Yeah.
We cut to Enterprise and they say transporters and communications are back online.
Yeah.
Spock hails quickly and says 2 to beam up, and everyone gets excited. Oh my god, 2!
Yay!
I mean, it could be anyone from the ship, but
so it's Spock in some random instant.
conveniently it's Chapel. It's Nurse Chapel. Very convenient.
Yeah, it's only one survivor. We didn't bother looking for anyone else on that saucer section.
No.
It was a big chunk, but we only looked for one before we sent it down to explode on the planet.
Exactly.
So that's okay.
It's fine. Then they hail Pike. He says, beam up the colonists. There's 3 of us here in the shuttlecraft. Beam us directly to sickbay and have Palia meet us there too. We have a shot of Spock and Chapel coming on board. Una says, it's great to see you, but get to your stations because we're in the middle of shit, so let's catch up later.
Yeah. And
Spock and Chapel have a quick moment.
Very quick.
Of just like, yeah, we've got some shit to resolve, but let's do it later.
Yeah, let's do it later.
Yeah. Then we cut to a shot of the colonists with Lan and whoever got left with them, and they all beam away.
Clearly not a Federation transporter, though.
Correct. Yep. And then we cut to Pike, Patel, and Scotty beaming straight into sickbay. Nurse Chapel's there waiting for them. Pike gives her a big hug and how good it is to see her. Pelia arrives. Pike introduces Scotty, and she's like, Scotty.
Yeah. I know.
And he's like, oh. He's got that look on his face like,
it drops.
Oh, fuck.
Yeah. I'm going to have to deal with this person again.
He says, do you know each other? And she says, he was one of my best students with the worst grades.
Yeah.
But they get to work on the transponder.
Yeah.
He sends them off to work on that. And he says to Nurse Chapel that we need to put Patel in status. You need to help her.
Yeah, because it's all going to go bad.
Yeah. We cut to the bridge. Pike comes back on the bridge. More Gorn ship coming in.
Yeah.
So there's heaps of Gorn ships coming in.
Yeah.
He says, why haven't we beamed up the colonists yet? And they said there's no sign of human life on the planet. He's like, there's hundreds of them. Just beam them up.
Yeah.
There's nothing. They don't have nothing. But Spock finds residual traces of a transporter beam, but they were taken by the Gorn from the surface. We get an external shot of the Gorn ships attacking the Enterprise. It looks pretty cool.
Yep.
We get a shot of Batel in sickbay as Nurse Chapel puts up a force field around her bio bed. Uhura gets a signal from Starfleet saying that they're ordered to withdraw. Don't engage the Gorn, just get out of there.
But they have our people.
But they're under attack by the Gorn. Yep, they've got our people. What are we going to do? Una asks for orders from the captain. He looks at his crew. He looks out at the windows. He looks at the Gorn attacking. Then he looks at the camera. And then it says, to be continued.
Yeah.
And now it's 2 fucking years later and we still don't know what the fuck happened.
Exactly. Then we wait 2 years and we're going, fucking Jesus.
But dire. We've got Batel's about to burst
explode
some Gorn.
with fucking Gorn, yeah.
We've got the crew, the colonists, being kidnapped by the Gorn.
Yeah.
We've got an overwhelming armada of Gorn ships coming in to destroy them.
Yep.
And orders from Starfleet to retreat. So they're breaking orders just being there. And so it is a dire, dire situation to be left in.
He's got the important people, just go.
So now we talk through it, Tom. Any final thoughts?
It was a good episode. Like this series alone is really good. So like the cast is really well done. Like you said earlier about the way it's filmed and everything as well. Like it's got a really unique but Star Trek feel to it that they really want to honor that what it was and what this is, and it's just really, really good. So everything about it's quite great.
There's definitely echoes in not just the set design and the costuming, but in the music as well. There's a lot of echoes of the original series. Even when the episode opens and the first bits of music that you hear before the captain's log, I was like, this just feels like Star Trek.
Yeah, exactly.
It just feels like Star Trek.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I think that is very much evident throughout the way they do all of it, really.
Yeah.
So it just gives you a good feeling watching it. And it's just got a good pace to it.
This episode was very well paced.
It really was.
I think the action was really good. I think the like you were saying about the Gorn evolution and what we've seen them do with the Gorn in this series is really good.
Yeah.
This was a fun, fast, action-packed horror.
Yeah, that's right.
Finale for season 2.
Absolutely.
It was a great cliffhanger.
Yeah.
Which we don't get a lot of in modern day Trek. We don't get a lot of cliffhangers because they don't really tell episodic stories.
No.
So, yeah, I really enjoyed it.
It was great.
Yeah. And I can't wait to see how part 2
Yeah, that's right. How they actually get out of it.
I assume it'll have something to do with the light.
Yeah.
That they'll use that to distract the Gorn and get their people back or something.
Yeah.
And they've still got Scotty's transponder, which they should be able to install on the Enterprise.
Yeah.
So they've set it up to be able to do things.
Yeah,
but
absolutely.
when you're watching it at in the moment, I'm just like, the look on Pike's face as well. You're just like, they are fucked.
And that's the good part, like about the crew is that they're such good actors. They obviously love doing the show because they're so into what they're doing. Like,
or maybe they're just good at their job.
Yeah, well, that too. Like, and that's
they might hate it.
They might hate it, but they're just very good
at
actors. Yeah, it's excellent. It is well done.
Yeah.
And
they really built it up at the end for that climax, for that cliffhanger moment. They really built it up well to get to that point to make you think, fuck.
Yeah.
I remember the first time I watched it a couple of years ago when it first aired. I was like, no! Shit. And that was what I thought. I only had to wait a year.
Yeah, that's right. And we don't know how she's going to turn out with the Gorn babies too.
No,
like, that could
there's
go,
still some stuff hanging out.
Yeah, like could go either way, really. Like,
could do.
Yeah.
Captain Pike might be saying goodbye to his girlfriend.
Yeah, well, we're going to say goodbye. Well, now that we've got a cancellation date on the show too, we're going to be saying, like, we might be seeing a whole lot of finalizations to the show.
Maybe.
And a handover possibly too.
Possibly.
Yeah.
Possibly.
So that'll be interesting. Oh,
yeah,
it's exciting.
They always wanted to. They said they always wanted to lead into the original series. So
yeah,
and the showrunners have actually said that they would not be opposed to doing like an original series follow up.
Yeah.
So I don't know whether they meant remaking some of the original series episodes, or whether they meant a continuation, like jumping
the 3 years.
The 3 years, and maybe telling some more Kirk stories after the 3 years of the 5-year mission that we saw.
Which they could totally do.
All right, what's the life lesson in this one, Tom?
Hope, Gary, hope.
Hope is a choice.
That's right. Hope is a choice. Always have hope. I suppose you could go with things like help people in need and things like that too. Like like to help.
Yeah.
Because they were helping the colonists in the first place, and then
look what that did to them.
Sorry, don't get involved with other people's shit. There you go. Because you might put yourself in danger.
Let's stick with hope is a choice.
Yeah.
Yeah, keep hope.
Yeah.
Good. IMDb ratings. So, our examples of 1 episodes of Voyager's Threshold and Next Gen's Code of Honor. Examples of 10 episodes of Next Gen's Tapestry and Deep Space Nine's Far Beyond the Stars. This is our first ever rating for a Strange New Worlds episode. What are we thinking?
Well, it's hard to rate in a way because I've been watching Enterprise and they're not fantastic, most of them. But as an overall track, obviously I would probably put this relatively high because it was a real suspenseful, real action. Like there was a lot going on that was really, really good.
And it still had really good character moments.
That's right.
With the crew.
Within it. So like it would be relatively high overall. So I would be putting this at about an 8.
Okay. I was thinking like a 9.
Yeah?
Yeah. I don't think you could do much better than this. The only reason I wouldn't give it a 10 is, and why I wouldn't say that it's a perfect episode, is because it doesn't have that
yeah, I know what you mean.
emotional resonance that something like Far Beyond the Stars and The Visitor and stuff have.
Yeah.
Like it doesn't have that.
Yeah,
but
it's a really good.
It is fucking good.
Yeah.
For a Star Trek episode. It's well paced. It's got good messaging. I would give it a 9.
Yeah, all right.
But I'd settle for an 8 if you want to convince me.
Well, I haven't seen the second part. Is probably.
Well, we're not grading the second part.
True.
We're grading the first part.
True. All right. Well, we'll go with a 9 then.
Okay.
Yeah.
Part 2 might be an 8.
Yeah, it might
part
be
2 might be a 2.
It might be shit. Yeah. All right. Well, okay. 9 will be fine then.
9 it is.
Yeah. 9 will be good.
Fantastic.
Yep.
If you would like to join the conversation on Strange New Worlds or this episode or just Star Trek in general, you can reach out to us. You can find us on Facebook at Temporal Directive Podcast and on Instagram, just Temporal Directive. Or you can email us at wakefield_productions@outlook.com. That's it for our special episode. We'll be back with our regular episode on Friday. Live long and prosper.
Peace and long life.